Welcome to the 10th and final episode of Season 1 of the Metallica Re-Remastered series. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the last song off Metallica's first album, Kill 'Em All, Metal Militia. Written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Dave Mustaine, Metal Militia is the last song on Kill 'Em All, and from a showmanship standpoint, it's quite the finale. Let's get started. And let's head back into the library. Song 0110 is Metal Militia, and there's no isolated bass track for this song, guys, but as always we have kill bass 1 and 2 on the enhanced track and the remaster unaltered. And now our moment of guitar architecture. So Metal Militia is something of an oddity in that when the band is at rest, both rhythm guitars take their own turn at leading the charge before the band comes back in. In the beginning of the song, it's the James Hetfield guitar in the left channel that leads. And then the band comes in about right here. The guitar in the left channel still leading the charge. And then the band comes in, does its introduction, and at the end of the introduction, let's get it right there. That rhythm guitar is in the right channel and representative of the Dave Mustaine part that was played live and performed on the album by James, who recorded all the rhythm guitar that you hear on all the early Metallica albums and intended to be the Kirk Hammett part, which if you've seen the video Cliff 'Em All, Kirk actually does perform that part live, so pretty cool. What's worth noting about Metal Militia is the way Cliff approaches it. So this is the main riff that James plays, even though that's fully intended to be the previous Dave part, future Kirk part. James recorded it. Cliff, when he comes in, he plays that riff exactly as James plays it for the beginning of the song only. Watch this. He continues to play it that way through this section. And then once the vocals come in, he plays differently. He's basically playing the same rhythm pattern, but playing it only on the open string. So when James hits all those higher notes, Cliff stays low, but mimics the rhythm pattern. And he plays it that way for the rest of the song. And let's take this song for a test drive. We've got kill bass 1 and kill bass 2, 8 equalizers working together to bring out the bass that's already on the album. And there's no isolated bass track for Metal Militia, so that's how we did it. I have the enhanced track set at -5 and the remaster set at -3. And now I'll just show you a few sections of the song in shorter than 5-second increments with the enhanced track muted and then unmuted. Alright, let's take a look at this right here. This guitar solo maybe. That was definitely a guitar solo. Once again, Kirk Hammett. Now, I mentioned showmanship at the beginning of the video. This song must have been fantastic to watch live. It starts with one guitarist taking the spotlight. The band comes in. Then the other guitarist takes the spotlight. The band comes back in. There's insanely awesome Kirk Hammett guitar solos throughout the song. And then this section right here. Talk about a finale. Not just to the song, but to the album. Watch this. So metal. Then they take that pattern and they take it up a key. And then they take it up another key. And then they take it up another key. And at this point, something magical happens. A compressor kicks in. And I'm not sure if that's when they were recording or mastering, but the recording became so loud that whatever compressor they were working with reacted and pushed back. And it reduces the sound, giving off this explosion-like feel. It's pretty cool. Check it out. They really were something else. And now it's time for the in-album Lifeline segment, brought to you as always by Fresh Produce, known at the brand The Concept. Eat your fruits and veggies. In this segment, I always ask the question, would I trade? Well, if the song I'm working on does have an isolated bass track, would I trade it for a song that doesn't? And if the song I'm working on doesn't have an isolated bass track, would I trade it for one that does? And in this case, Metal Militia does not have an isolated bass track. Would I trade it away for one that does? There's only 3 that do, and that's Hit the Lights, Whiplash, and Seek and Destroy. And I could tell you I would not trade Whiplash or Seek and Destroy's isolated bass track to get one for Metal Militia. I would, though, trade in the isolated bass track for Hit the Lights, where Cliff basically doubles the guitar part, for Metal Militia, where Cliff has a lot of cool things going on. So the answer is yes, I would trade. Alright, episode 10, Metal Militia and season 1 are done. Metal Militia Re-Remastered is next, and season 2 will obviously be the Ride the Lightning album. I still have some work to do with just one song, the title track itself, Ride the Lightning. The bass part has not been split all the way through. Everything else is done, and I have quite a treat planned for you with Call of Cthulhu. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. This is the Metallica Re-Remastered series. Stay tuned for more. If you wish to support the series, please check out the link in the description down below. Thank you. And I could tell you I would not trade Whiplash or Seek and Destroy's isolated bass track to get one from Metal...